4 to 6 weeks later.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know I've been MIA lately. Just been super busy, and to be honest with you, a lot of the stuff I've been doing has just kind of been, you know, a lot of just general repairs and stuff like that, and you know, just nothing I really wanted to make videos on, you know. And some stuff I kind of did want to make videos on, but to be honest with you, I literally did not have time to pick up a camera. So a lot of stuff's been going on lately, but I do have an announcement that I'm really excited about. I mean, you guys know that all the tracks have been closed this year. Not all over the country, but at least down here in the southeast, there has not been a lot going on. And so I have decided to go to LSFEST East in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and I'm pretty excited about that because that'll be the first time this year, and I think I only went to 2 or 3 events last year, maybe 2 events last year. So this will be the first time basically that I will get to run the truck, so I'm really excited about that. Right now I'm actually in the middle of swapping out the transmission. I wanted to make sure that everything was freshened up, you know, for the trip. I think it really felt like third gear was starting to slip. You know, I wasn't 100% sure, but you know, I don't want to take that chance. So I figured I'd go ahead and put a fresh box in here. So I went ahead and built this 4L70, which I think I got a couple of pictures I might throw up right now, but I didn't film any of that because, I mean, you guys have seen me build transmissions several times. And after a while, it's just kind of the same thing. So, you know, I kind of figured I would just skip on that. And of course, you guys remember this transmission, which this one's pretty well built too. But you know, it's just the nature of the 4L 60, 65, 70s. They're all basically the same. You know, this one's got a decent build in it. It's got a hardened input and output shaft. You know, I got a few upgraded parts in there, and servo, and you know, all that good stuff, and it does pretty well. But when you're pushing higher horsepower, even a built transmission is gonna have to be refreshed, you know, and clutches wear out and stuff. So it's just kind of the nature of the beast. You know, at some point, honestly, I may end up going to a 4L80, but right now, you know, I'm pretty content having these 2 transmissions to swap out. It doesn't take very long to do it, so at least for me, so it's not too big of a deal. This transmission does have a couple of other upgrades that the other one don't, that I'm excited to try out. This one's got the Sonic's smart drum in it, and so I'm excited to try that. This one also has the Sonic, how do you say it? Sonic's? Anyway, this one's also got a Sonic's smart shell, and so I want to see how that one holds up. It's a little bit of a different setup. It's got a reinforced collar and a couple other things, and so I'm excited to kind of try these parts out. This one does have an upgraded drum. It's got a Beast sun shell or sun gear in it, and what I actually did, and I do on all of my transmission builds actually, is I weld the reaction gear to the sun shell to eliminate the possibility of the teeth getting stripped out, and actually where I put the bead, it reinforces the collar too. So that one's held up really well. I haven't had any hard parts break in this transmission. Usually it's just clutches, you know, wearing out. I mean, when you're putting 700 plus horsepower through it, and your vehicle weighs, you know, north of 4,000 pounds, you're gonna have some clutch wear. There's no way around it. So, like I said, eventually I may go to a built 4L80, but for now I'm just gonna keep dealing with these guys. And of course I'm running Yank. That's the Pro. I know I'm gonna say this wrong, but it's a Pro Truck Series, Pro Street Truck Series, something like that. But this is a single disc billet 3200 converter, and it's designed for the truck. And then I've also got a spare 3200 Chicago transmission stall. But I've never had problems out of either one so far. A lot of people say bad stuff about Yank, which I'm not going to contradict because I haven't experienced the issues yet. But this is pretty much the higher end Yank converter. This isn't like the regular like $500 or $600 street one. This is a $1,200 converter. So far it's done well. But in the event that I do have a failure, I do have a spare, so that's good. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and go through this transmission, freshen everything up, and I'm gonna put the spare converter in this transmission, and it's gonna go with me to LSFEST. So if for some reason I do have some kind of failure with the transmission, I'm gonna have a spare with me, and also I'm gonna have a spare drive shaft and a few other, just odds and ends. When you get to this kind of power level, I'm not saying it's insane, but this isn't a naturally aspirated truck, so there's more of a chance of breaking things. So basically, I'm just gonna, just kind of try to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. It's pretty much the only way you can get by in life at all. So there have been a few developments. One thing I'm excited about is I got this. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way here. I got a pretty nice Tig Welder. It's a Pro-Tig 205. I've only played with it a little bit. I haven't had a chance to really weld with it a whole lot yet, but it seems to work great so far, and I'm really excited. I got all the digital controls, got my argon bottle and everything, so I'm excited about that. I haven't TIG welded in 13, 14 years, so it's definitely going to be a little bit of a learning curve to get back into that. A lot different, whole lot different than MIG welding. So I know you guys have seen me MIG weld quite a bit throughout the videos. So anyway, I'm really excited about that. So at some point, I'm going to be redoing all of my charge pipes, because back when I built the truck, I didn't have any way to weld aluminum. And seeing that I like to do everything myself, I didn't want to hire somebody to weld the pipes up. So once I get time, because they're fine right now, but once I get time, I want to redo them all, make some nice welded pipes and get rid of some of the couplings and stuff in there, and kind of clean up the engine bay a little bit. So, and I'll also be able to use it to make the charge pipes on the Nissan Skyline, and I'll probably end up building a custom intake for the Saab 9.7, and also I want to build a custom cold air intake for the Saab 9.3, which has not really been on the channel much, but I got some stuff planned for the 9.3 coming up, so you guys might see a few videos on that car. I'm working on working on putting together some upgrades, like a blow-off valve, and I'm going to probably do some additional tuning on it. I got a wideband gauge to put in it, a boost gauge, and a few other things. I may end up getting a set of wheels for it, so I'm excited about that. That's just really a neat car. It's fun to drive. That's my daily driver, so as fun as it is, I thought it'd be kind of cool to spice it up a little bit, do a little bit of work to the exterior. There's some stuff I want to paint, clean up, and probably do a ceramic coat on it and do a paint correction and all that stuff. So at some point I'll be working on that. But right now, I know I've rambled enough, but right now I'm going to go ahead and get this transmission put in the truck, and the old Trailblazer here. And the only other thing I really have to do before LSFEST, aside from cleaning this thing up, and I know I've mentioned it before, but I've got this other methanol nozzle. Let's see if I can find that thing. Yep, there's the kit, and there's the nozzle right there. So basically I'm going to pretty much triple the amount of methanol that's getting injected into this thing. It's actually the amount of methanol that's in there right now is plenty to do control at detonation and all that. I mean, I'm on 15 pounds, and I think my timing is somewhere around 21 or 22 degrees, which is fairly aggressive, so it's obviously working, but it wasn't enough to cool the intake air charge down. It pretty much just maintains the temperature, and we're wanting to kind of super cool the intake charge. So I'm gonna start out, I think, probably doubling the amount that's going in now, see how much that cools the intake charge. And if that doesn't work, I've got an extra set of pills that will triple what it's getting now. It's got a number 6 pill in it now, which I think in the methanol world is like a 600 shot. And so I'm about to put basically a 1200 shot on it. If that don't work, then it's going to be more like a probably a 1800 shot, maybe a 2000 shot, something like that. So, and of course, every time you do that, the fuel maps and everything have to be significantly altered, so I'm gonna have to do some tuning on it. But anyway, other than that, everything seems to be running good. You know, I've only really played with it a little bit here and there. You know, going to car meets or you know, driving it a little bit around town and stuff like that. So she's definitely a beast. But you know, it'll be nice to actually run it down the track and start trying to get some kind of numbers on this thing. So, but as you can see, it's just kind of been sitting around a lot. You know, it's pretty dirty. I had to blow a bunch of leaves off of the hood and everything. You see all the pine straw, and it's just all nasty. So I got to do a lot of cleaning on it. You know, try to do a little bit of a paint correction or something, at least on the hood. Try to get some of this stuff cleaned up, put a nice coat of wax on it, you know, the way it slips through the air, you know. So another thing that's crazy is the humidity's been so high down here the last few weeks. This thing only sat for maybe about 2 weeks, and the steering wheel and the shifter and all that stuff was just like covered in like some kind of mildew looking moldy stuff. It wiped right off, but that just really bothered me because, you know, I love this truck, and I'm always trying to take care of it. There's been times in the past where I've actually kept a dehumidifier in the truck and ran a drop cord out to it just to make sure that it didn't get like a musty smell in it. And then I let it sit for 2 weeks, and it got mold and mildew and stuff on the interior. So I got to do a little cleaning on it, and it don't smell bad at least. So, but I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up, get the transmission done, probably do an oil change, do the methanol, and then hopefully we can take her for a couple of rips, you know, test the transmission out. So y'all stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in just a little bit.
24 hours later.
Alright guys, the transmission is in the truck, and I actually went for a little test drive, and she feels really good. I made some adjustments to the tune to bump the pressure up, and got everything going there. I also got the methanol nozzle installed finally. So here's the setup. And what I actually did, this isn't like I guess a methanol part, but this is all stainless steel. But what this is an adjustable valve. So basically I've got a 500 and a 500, right? And so, or a number 5 and a number 5. I don't really know if that's considered a 500 shot, but it said it was for 500 horsepower, so I'm gonna assume it's a 500 shot. I don't know. Anyway, got 2 number 5s, and basically what I can do is this has a screw on the end, and so if I need to, I can run that screw all the way in and completely turn this one off, or I can back it out and adjust the flow rate on this nozzle. So if it ends up being a little bit too much, I can dial it down. Right now I've just got it open, so, and I've already tested everything, no leaks, all that good stuff. So real happy with that. You know, it kind of, I guess it kind of looks a little bit funny, but then again, it kind of don't, you know. Pretty happy with it. But I was planning on doing a, you know, video of driving around in the truck, you know, do a couple of rips and stuff. But due to the hurricane, I don't know what the name of it is, I already forgot, Laura or something like that. being that we're in Georgia, of course we don't get hit by the actual hurricane, but all the storms, you know, that come from the hurricane have made it this way. And so it's already started storming and raining, and we're having a lot of thunderstorms and a lot of rain. So hopefully in the next few days that stuff will kind of move out and clear up. So basically what my plan is right now, I'm going to go ahead and get this video out to you guys so you know I'm still alive. And the next video that we do on the truck, I want to do a few things to wrap up. You know, we'll drive it around, do some tuning, try to get everything dialed in, see how she likes the methanol. And you know, I'm gonna get her cleaned up. You know, we'll probably clean up the interior a little bit. I think I've actually decided to take a lot of these stickers off of here. It's kind of funny, but the couple of meets that I've been to, people are asking me like about my shop and you know, who owns the truck and stuff like that, and I keep telling them that there's a sticker on the side of the truck and on the back and on the other side, but apparently it's not noticeable because of all this other stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably take all this stuff off, and I'll probably leave Jeff up here, you know, but I'll take off all this other stuff, try to clean things up a little bit. And I'm gonna definitely leave the ICT billet sticker, but that's cool. Anyway, so we're gonna wrap this one up. Go ahead and see if I can get this one out to you guys. And I've got another video that I did. I'm gonna try to put it out maybe the next couple of days, but I did some work on a Nissan 240, another one. So I'll try to get that video out to you guys, and then sometime this coming week we're gonna do some tuning. So y'all stay tuned for that. Glad you're here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.